Hi guys, happy Tuesday. I just did a live in my team page and I'm here doing it again. I wanted to come talk to y'all quickly about transition month, which will start January 1. We're finishing this month strong. We're still focusing on December, but I did want to go live before the new month starts because some of our leaders have never been through a transition month. I'm sure your directors will be going over this with you too if they haven't already. Hey, Tiffany. So you can get different viewpoints of a transition month. The first thing I'll say is everything you need, all the information you need is in your workstation. There is so much information there, and some of it may be confusing, especially if you're just joined the last few months because you're not sure what a product sheet is or a product training guide. Or maybe you're new and you do. That's awesome. But with a transition month, they have announced for January, for this transition month, that all wax will be 10% off. So that means that all licensed wax, 3-packs wax, 6-pack wax will be 10% off. That means that the 6-pack of wax that's already on sale for $30 is going to be an additional 10% off. That's great savings for your customers. With the transition month, we also have business supplies that become available for purchase. You are a small business owner. You need to purchase business supplies to keep your business up and running and current. So with that, Scentsy helps us because they put some of it on sale in a transition month. So one of the most important things are the testers. Those are the little wax, people like to call them samples, but they're testers that people can sniff. Those are going to be, the transition testers will be available January 1. And the transition testers, the difference between that and the full set is the transition are just the scents that are not in the fall and winter catalog that are in the spring and summer catalog. So if you have a full set of testers, you only need to purchase a transition set unless you want more than one full set of testers. If you want multiple sets, that's fine. The full set of testers will be available February 1 for purchase. Catalogs, we'll be able to see the new catalog in our workstation on January 1, but the catalogs for purchase for you to hand out to your customers will also be available for you to get from the Success Store for 10% off. So that's a great savings. You'll also be able to get product sheets, which are a front and back long sheet of paper with all of our products on it. That's a cost-effective way to show your customers what all we offer. I like to call it like a quick snapshot of our catalog. It doesn't have a lot of detail in it, but it lists everything. It shows you small pictures of the warmers. And it's just a great, like I said, it's a different way to show your customers what you need. If you're on a budget and you don't want to buy multiple packs of catalogs, buy the product sheets because they have like I said, everything they need. And also we have a digital catalog on our website, so keep that in mind too. That is back. I'm assuming it's going to still be around for spring and summer. It probably won't be around till February 1, but a lot of people are digital now. Some people do like to have a catalog in their hand and look through it, sip their coffee, look through it. I get it. And those people you're going to need to provide a catalog for, but a lot of people are good with the product sheet, are good with looking at your website. So keep that in mind too. Product training guide, that will be available for purchase as well January 1. Every single consultant needs that. You can either purchase it, it's usually $2 in the Success Store, or you can download it on your workstation. I'm not sure if that will be available for download on January 1, but it will be available for purchase on January 1. And the showcase brochures, that's another thing that you'll be able to purchase. With all of that being said, everything from the Success Store, anything that you buy for your business is a tax write-off. So make sure that you're printing that receipt and you're putting it in the correct year. So if you're purchasing this on January 1, it's going to go on next year's taxes, not this year's. But still, go ahead and start that folder. Start keeping your receipts because you can write all those business supplies off. Also with the supplies, I don't think I've ever purchased or just had a Success Store order, because I always attach it to a party to save on shipping. I actually, very rarely do I buy anything from the Success Store without it being attached to a free shipping party, because I don't like to pay shipping. So I usually keep everything going on a party, and then once it hits 500, that's when I get all my business supplies at once, which I will be doing January 1. I have front loaded for January. I have a party that will is my catch-all party for this month, so I'll be closing that on January 1 and getting all my supplies and getting free shipping. So keep that in mind if you're closing a party, to attach your supplies to the party. There's no reason for you to put in an order, well, unless it's not shipping to you. But if you have a party that's shipping to you, there's no reason to do a Success order and a product order. One of the biggest and one of the most exciting things is that we will be able to see what's being discontinued from this catalog onto next. So there will be a discontinued list on your workstation that you will need to go in and find, print, save, share. Print, save, share. With that, you should be sharing with your customers. You should be running reports. There will be a report in your workstation that you can run that tells you, and you can go through and pick all the discontinued items to tell, and it will tell you who has ordered that in the past year or the 2 years or whatever you set the time frame for. And I used this example in my last live, but for example, Ice Pine, one of my favorites, it will be discontinued for the spring and summer catalog because it's not a spring and summer scent. It is one of our classics. It's been around for years. It usually comes back, but I put it in my club every time we transition, because if it doesn't come back, I still need that scent. And the example I used was, this is what you should be telling your customer. So you're running a report, you're seeing who's purchased these things that are being discontinued in the past, and you're reaching out to them and talking to them one-on-one. You can say something like, hey, it's being discontinued. Hopefully it will be back in the next fall and winter catalog, but we never know until it's announced 6 months. I would suggest you doing a club order for it. They can set it for every 3 months, and they can put however many bars they want. But if they just want to keep it in their club because they don't want to ever go without it, I suggest setting up the order where it ships every 3 months and just put a bar in there of whatever favorites they have. That way, if Ice Pine does come back, they have 2 extra bars in those 6 months that they'll have for their stock when fall and winter comes back around. But if it doesn't come back, they've saved their butt and they get their favorite scents forever and ever because they have it in their club. Okay? It is the smart thing to do if someone really loves a scent. Use the reports to your advantage. It's going to give you a list of everyone. There will also be a collection on your website that's called Last Chance, and everything will be listed there on what is being discontinued. The kicker with the discontinued part this year is all of those things on the discontinued list are while supplies last. So if that Ice Pine bar is, someone finds out it's going away and they buy all of them and it's gone, it's gone. It's not coming back later in the month, most likely. And the product status list on your workstation will be updated with stuff that's selling out. So anything on that list is while supplies last. Sometimes they'll take a whole product line away. That's the same thing. You're going to want to run those reports and see who has bought this in the last. I usually just do the last year because that's the most up-to-date information. I don't really want to be messaging someone who bought one Ice Pine bar 2 years ago. So I usually run mine for the last year, but that's totally up to you. So make sure you're checking that product status list every single day in January. The discontinued list can be used to our advantage. That's extra PRB where people may be wanting to stock up on things. They may be grabbing warmers that they've been looking at, but they weren't sure, but now it's being discontinued. And they want to grab it before it's gone. We just never know what's going to come back in the fall winter catalog until it's actually here. So I don't take any chances with my favorite scents. They all go into my club. Vanilla Mint, same thing. It will be going to my club next month because I don't want to miss out on those scents. You'll also be able to get discounts on fall and winter supplies if you, I don't know, need a couple more catalogs or whatever it is. Those are going to be deeply discounted for fall and winter supplies. Your website will be down with the transition and updating everything. Your website will be down until 5 a.m. Eastern on the 1st. So if you have pre-orders for the warmers of the month, 5 a.m. Eastern time is the first time you'll be able to get in and get those. So don't wake up at midnight, don't wake up at 3, whatever your time zone is. 5 a.m. Eastern is the time that you'll be able to get in and see everything too. January joins. So anyone who joins in January this year will not be getting fall and winter supplies. So if they join January 1st, they will not be getting fall and winter supplies to use that month. That's something to be very upfront about. That's something that anyone who joins with you, you should be letting them know, because that's your responsibility, because you can see that information, they cannot. It will have all the spring and summer, so they will be ready for the new catalog release on February 1, but they may need some samples in January to get started, or you may want to help them, or you may want to say go fully virtual your first month, whatever it may be. Just make sure that they're aware that in their join kit, it will only be spring and summer supplies. Share how you're prepping on your director's page, on your team page. Share what you're doing, share what reports you're running, share how many people you reached out to, what you said to them. All of those things can be helpful to people. You know, some people may not have the history that others have because they have been here a full year. Some people have only been here a few months and may not have as much history. Everyone has something, right? Because I guarantee you that everyone has on their reports that something that someone has bought that's being discontinued. So use that to your advantage. I will be reaching out to people who I know love, like I said, Vanilla Mint, Ice Pine, those ones that come back every year, and just saying, hey, just want to make sure you know. I'll be reaching out to all my Scentsy Club current people and saying, hey, make sure you put your favorites in there. Just in case, set it to 3 months if you're not wanting to use it. Like Vanilla Mint, I use all year round. It's what we use in our bedroom all the time. So that stays in my club. But if they're not wanting to like really stock up on it, tell them to set it to every 3 months, like I said, so they'll get 2 bars by the time the next catalog comes out. But share how you're doing it. Now, the best thing about a transition month is the new catalog, right? In our workstation, we get to see all the new things. We get to see all the new warmers. There'll probably be some new product lines. We'll get to see all the new scent descriptions. Lots and lots and lots of exciting things. I know your directors shared a sneak peek today that was shared on the director's page. That was more than a sneak peek, but if you know me, that page is made for me. You will see every warmer on that page in my house. But I'm not sharing that with anybody for a few reasons. 1, we're not even out of December yet. 2, those things are not going to be available until February 1 for purchase. I have a whole month of my business to run before I start sharing new things with my customers. Is it exciting? Heck yes. Do I want to share it? Heck yes, because I'm so excited. But I know that it will not be beneficial for my business if I'm sharing all these things that are coming out in February when they're not even coming out for another 3 to 4 weeks, okay? So don't share the catalog too early. Don't share it at all. I personally, if you want to know what I'm doing, I will not share anything for the next month until I've hit my PRV goals, my sponsoring goals, our team, and our group goals. Like I said in my previous live, a lot of times we meet those goals halfway through the month, but I still don't share things that are coming out because why not move that goal? Why not push that goal? Why not go for more? I don't ever share anything more than a week out, and that's even very rarely. I have shared, for example, I have shared next month's warmer of the month to my VIPs, and I think in my stories yesterday. So less than a month out. I am over all of our goals for the month, but I don't see any reason to do it. The only thing that I can think is that people want to be the first one to do it, but it has been proved to me many times when I have customers who come to me with a screenshot of something new that's coming, and they'll say, hey, what is this? I want this. Well, what do I need to do it? When's it coming out? I need the information. I'm like, oh, well, that's not going to be out for another 3 weeks, but I'll put you on my list to get it. And that's where that customer service part of your business comes in, because if you're treating your customers right, if they trust you and they know you and you treat them right, they're going to want to come back to you. They're not just going to order from some random person that they see because they shared it first. And honestly, if you're always that person who's sharing things super far out, people are not going to take you seriously, because that's not how you run a business. You don't ever see Walmart or Kohl's or any of the big box stores saying, hey, next month, you'll see that we have flat screen TVs for half off. No. They share it usually when it's already started. Maybe a day before. I don't know. I don't watch commercials. But you don't ever see any other businesses share things that early out. You can share things the day before things release. With a new catalog, you have 6 months to share and sell those things in that catalog. You have 6 months to share and sell things out of the spring and summer catalog. You have 1 month left to sell things out of the fall and winter catalog, specifically things that are being discontinued. You will see me personally on the discontinued list. I will go through and I will find real life pictures of all the warmers on there. And that's what I will be sharing. The dog just let itself in. That's what I'll be sharing on my stories and with my VIPs and on my personal page. Real life picture, real life of me holding things that are being discontinued. Obviously my stock, hopefully I have some of that stuff probably that's going to be discontinued. I'll be taking pictures with it. The reports. Just don't share too early with what is to come, because it's going to hurt your current business now. But use that discontinued list to your advantage. Get on that first. On the first of the month, that's what you need to be focused on, is that discontinued list, because it's while supplies last and you don't want them to run out before you get your chance to get it. So I think that's all I had. Again, all of this information is in the workstation, but I know it's a lot to read, especially for skimmers like me. I like to just skim things and then I actually go back and read it. But just know that transition month is super exciting to end something, but to start something new. Just don't get too eager to share it too early. Share it in your group, in your team group. Share it with your consultant friends, but don't let the cat out of the bag too early. I promise it's not worth it. So if y'all have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.